What we're trying to do in solving this problem is making it easier for suppliers to promote their service offerings within government, but also allowing government to search for those capabilities that our suppliers may offer, with the idea of reducing cost of doing business with government, but also allowing us to make those searches that are in depth. So if we look at the ICT services panel, which is the one we're looking at, it was established back in 2013 and is currently managed by the ICT Strategic Sourcing Division. But the panel took some time to establish and is obviously quite labour intensive to maintain. So the difficulty we're having is that it limits the opportunities for suppliers to actually gain access to that panel, particularly when we look at the fast-paced technology changes. We're looking at how we can engage with those SME to actually promote and engage with government so that we can bring that solution to fruition. So I guess if we look at our problem as an overview, our ICT services panel has approximately 280 suppliers on it. Some of those, obviously, because the supplier list hasn't been refreshed in a number of years, some of those are actually either gone out of business or are not currently active in the area. So we're looking at a solution that would be cut down in the time of assessing, freeing up that opportunity for the list to remain evergreen, but also allowing agencies to search on the capability that suppliers have mentioned. So the idea is that we're trying to make it a lot easier and a lot faster for both suppliers and government to engage with each other. We need our panel to be always open so that people can jump on, add, update and engage with government, and we can put questions and things in there as well. So I guess overall, we need to continue to engage with our suppliers on a regular basis, and my role in this will be helping to get the SME to work with the right people within government so that we can bring the solution to fruition. That's it.
Thanks, Lisa. Question already up the back.
Yeah, hi. Look, I've just got a question about the services panel. So you're looking at replacing the panel. I know there's other panels that, you know, if you're on the services panel doesn't necessarily mean that you're available to other government entities.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at a whole of government?
We're looking at updating.
Encompassing?
We're looking at updating the ICT services panel as a group. That's one panel of many.
Yep.
Obviously, now is the time for government to look at keeping that as an evergreen panel. So that panel will continue, but it's a matter of keeping that data updated and ongoing so that when a government is looking for a new product, we can access it quickly, timely.
So will there still be a, do companies still have to apply to be on that panel? And is it
That's what this assessment
Okay,
we're hoping
right.
will go through. Yep.
Okay, thanks.
It's a very interesting topic. I tried to get on the panel a few months ago and wasn't open for business. So
Perfect timing then.
it is perfect. So are there existing panels or digital marketplaces that you've seen elsewhere that might meet the needs of what you're looking for?
I guess we're looking for a solution that the SMEs have to offer. Like, there obviously are solutions out there, and that's why we're bringing the problem to you to help us solve it and make it adapt for all Queensland.
Would you be using this service for sourcing management as well? So you will go out to market for expression of interest, RFQ, or it will be just an engagement portal?
I mean, look, that's the thing with this. We've got a problem and we're hoping that you can bring solutions to it. So if that's part of it, great. We'll look at it.
Oh, just up the back first, thanks.
Yeah, as part of the solution, you're also looking at the issues within government for agencies and departments from a procurement perspective. So one thing is they go out for a job, but they're struggling with the procurement process. Are you looking at that as being part of the process as well within it?
Probably, I'm not here to fix the procurement of government, obviously. I'm here to try and get the list and basically give you access to other government departments so that people can access and see what you have to offer. So let's go one step at a time.
So down the front.
My question's a value stream question. I mean, what you're looking to do is to match those people that want to provide services with those that need them. But one of the biggest difficulties in purchasing across government is the RFQ process is so variable. Is there anything being done to streamline that process across government so that when you come to matching, you're matching apples with apples and not oranges with bananas?
I probably will hand over to
I
Mike
might
to
a-
answer
I might
that.
actually- sorry, Mike, I might answer that one. So there's a lot of work that was done last year in terms of trying to streamline government procurement and terms and conditions. So we did a refresh of the government terms and conditions to produce a new standard process for contracting with government, QATC, and as part of that process, there'd been a lot of work done also in terms of awareness for procurement officers within governments. There's been a whole program that's been part of that process. So that's not withstanding saying government is a very big organisation of over 220,000 people and lots of procurement officers, and you do get variability from time to time as much as you try and get consistency. Okay, next question.
Hey, how are you? I'm just curious about the assessment process once people submit to the panel.
Look, obviously, when we're looking at a solution, it'll come down to working with the internal government, what agencies are looking for, and working with the supplier and what they can offer. So at the moment, there's nothing set in stone. Be working and negotiating with those people.
We were just recently put on the G Cloud for the UK, and they split up cloud services, for instance, into 3 different infrastructure, software, and I think support services. Would you be intending to actually do that? Because a lot of agencies get mixed up between the 3.
Look, I guess when we look at this we're looking at the ICT services panel as a small group to start with. Obviously, we're looking for a solution that can fix that problem. If there's any other offerings or suggestions that come through this process, then obviously it will be considered.
I think
We do have a Twitter.
a Twitter question. Oh, excellent. So, okay.
I thought I'd just better do that, seeing it's our first Twitter question. Whether it's Lisa or someone else in the BPE side, how is the panel currently managed?
It's currently an Excel spreadsheet, which is managed by the ICT Strategic Sourcing. It's been updated some time ago and obviously has continued to be managed, which is obviously why we need to get this solution in place.
Okay, so I saw the timekeeper giving me a wind up, so I think that is the timer.
Thank
Time's
you.
up. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you.